Hello and welcome to my 5 Christmas crackers in my final favourite 5 of 2015. Number 1, we start at the Rec with a good old-fashioned sit-down. I'll see you next week. Bosh, as Nathan Hughes ran over poor old George Ford in what's hammering of Bath on Saturday. Look away, Mrs Ford, your son was used as a road bump by that gargantuan number 8, Nathan Hughes, who thankfully qualifies for England next year, and we'll get into that mix with the number 8 jersey with Billy Vunipola, Josh Beaumont and Ben Morgan. We stay at the Rec for number 2 on my list, where it was a virtual England trial match in front of the watching Eddie Jones. Plenty of eye-catching displays, but it was Elliot Daly in the 13 jersey that was shining brightest for me. From restarts, look at this, the confidence of the young man to take people on, step, go. Genuine wheels, could play on the wing, can cover at fullback, and scoring tries galore. Joe Simpson right in the mix for the scrum half berth. Elliot runs away from George Ford. Dave Atwood under the sticks for a 7-pointer. He can bang over kicks from 50 metres if required. He's got the left peg that can take up vast tracts of territory. Always useful to have a left footer in the midfield. And then, just to add a cherry on a cake, he smashes over a drop goal for 3. Elliot Daly on fire, winning the race for the 13 jersey for the Six Nations. Across the channel next, where lightning did strike twice for the Ospreys. Remember round 2, where those 2 late tries at the Fortress Stade Marcel Michelin saw Steve Tandy's men claim 2 bonus points? Well, they only went and did it again, this time against Bordeaux Begler. These 69th and 74th minute 5-pointers from Alan Wynne and Dan Bigger tries 3 and 4 for the Ospreys, clawing back a 15-point deficit and putting them top of Pool 2. Bit of panto here. Dan thought he'd covered everyone off. Look right, Dan. He's coming. Not fast enough, and they would lose in the end 33-27, but they stay top of their pool with 12 points, 2 clear of the mighty Clermont. We stay in that tightest of pools for our next bit, where Clermont Auvergne absolutely crushed Exeter Chiefs. A nod to John Davis on a fine performance and a try to boot on his comeback from that cruel injury that ruled him out of the World Cup. But it was this absolute crackerjack of a score that was headline for me. Started deep from a turnover, Spedding, Nakataki, Lincoln, a little 1-2. The ball is recycled short. The Exeter wing drops for the kick. Parra delivers it to Strettle instead. And the rest is sheer poetry. The wheels and the balance make him Europe's most outstanding poacher for me at the moment. Unfortunately, his trip to France means we will not see him in the white of England in the Six Nations. Eddie, get on the phone, give him a bell, get him back in the Premiership. And last, but certainly not least, to the men flying the flag for Ireland in the Champions Cup. Ulster secured only their 3rd ever European Cup victory on French soil against a hugely disappointing Toulouse. But do not let that take away from Ulster's achievement. This was a performance of discipline and control, capped with this peach of a score from Luke Marshall, who also scored at the Kingspan. That means they've got 2 of their 3 remaining matches to come against struggling Oyonnax Ulster, who were cuffed at home by Saracens, are now right back in the quarter-final qualification mix. And this young man, Marshall, is right back in the Irish midfield mix for when the Six Nations start, and Joe Schmidt will announce his squad shortly. That is it for 2015. Merry Christmas, folks, and I will see you for more Top 5 fun in 2016.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens, on the go, and the best bits on demand.